Okay, so in today's video we are finally gonna be getting a Kuudra setup, and I have been delaying this for ages, but as you can see I have a 4 billion coin purse and we are finally gonna be spending it. And yes, I had to sell my kidney for this. So as I said, we are finally gonna be getting a Kuudra setup because I want to get into Kuudra. I think it's about time. But before I do that, if you enjoy these types of videos, please drop a like and subscribe because I am going broke this video. So yeah, let's get right in. Okay, so the first thing that I actually want to buy is an Infernal Kuudra core, and they're pretty cheap right now, so I'm just gonna buy the first one because it is the cheapest accessory I can buy for my MP. And let's quickly also upgrade it in the hex, and there we go. That's a maxed Infernal Kuudra core finally, because this also gives us a 3% chance for attributes to spawn one level higher, which is really good both for money and if I decide to keep the piece, it's one level higher. So if I put it in the accessory bag, boom, plus 22 Skyblock XP, and our MP now is 1500. Very good. So in my last video, I did make this Aurora set right here, and it's fiery and pretty decent for Kuudra, so I'm gonna use that. However, I do want to buy an Infernal Terror set because that's a requirement for Kuudra, and obviously God Roll. Okay, so the first piece right here, I think this is the one I'm gonna buy. It's Lifeline 10, Mana Pool 7. I will need to add Perfects and the Fuming Hot Potato Bucks, but other than that, I think it's pretty good. I cannot believe what I just did. I paused the recording for a second and I forgot to unpause it, and I bought the entire Terror set, and this is my Warden helmet. I did buy it Infernal, and it already had a Lifeline 10 and it has Mana Pool 7 and 8 in some pieces. But I'm just so mad at myself I didn't record that because I spent like 1.5 billion, somewhere around there, on buying this set. However, it's fine, we still have a lot more to go in this video. I can't believe I just did that, but we just gotta keep going with the video. Alright, the next thing we need is gonna be molten equipment. And I remember I found some pretty good pieces. This one, for example, it's Lifeline 8, Mana Pool 7. And I'm just gonna quickly buy it. Make sure I'm recording. Yes, I am. I don't want to do the same mistake again. So we got the bracelet. Now let's check for a belt. Now for the bracelet, I think I'm gonna buy this one, Lifeline 7, Mana Pool 7. But the next one is literally this one, that's 9.9, and it's too expensive to buy right now, so I'm gonna have to settle for this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the cheapest option, so let's quickly buy that. Now the next thing we're gonna need is a lava shell necklace, and there's quite a few up here in the auction house, and they're pretty expensive, not gonna lie, but I'll be doing Kuudra for a while, so I think I'm gonna spend this money. Now for the lava shell necklace, this one is looking pretty good, but it's kind of expensive right now, and as you can see, I am broke. So I think I'm gonna buy one of these two. Yeah, this one, I believe, is the better value. And it's Lifeline 6, Mana Pool 5, but that's fine. So let's quickly just, boom, we did it. And the last thing we're gonna need is a Scourge Cloak, and unfortunately there is no upgraded one in the auction house, so we're gonna have to buy one and upgrade it ourselves. And I think this one's looking pretty good. I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way up to like 8.8 or 7.7, we'll see. It might be too expensive. Okay, so I bought all the equipment, and I also bought this Scourge Cloak. It was pretty expensive. It was, I believe, there is 144 mil. However, there was no upgraded version in the auction house, so we're gonna have to upgrade it ourselves. But the rest are not that terrible. Now, another thing we're gonna need is duplex on our Terminator, because right now mine is Soul Eater, because I've been a tank and a healer my entire dungeon career. However, that's about to change. I'm gonna finally put duplex, and I only have a few more tank runs left, then I can go into DPS. Okay, so this is my Terminator right here. It's pretty much hypermaxed. And if we go over to the hex, we're gonna finally be switching over from Soul Eater to duplex, and boom, there we go. And also another thing we need to do on the Terminator is actually switch it over to hasty. There we go, we got it pretty fast. So yeah, this is the Terminator we're gonna be using at Kuudra, and I'm just so excited to get into it. Now the next thing we're gonna need is to actually upgrade this cloak real quick. So if I go and search up for attributes shards, I see some pieces. Lifeline 7 is 84 mil. Lifeline 8, 140. How much is Lifeline 9? 300. Yeah, okay. We're gonna settle for 8 for now. And I'm just gonna quickly do this. And now for a Mana Pool shard, if we go to the end, 7s are 118, and the 8's 268. Yeah, we're gonna settle for a 7 for now. Is there a cheaper one? There isn't. Okay, 118 million for a mana pool 7. We'll claim this one as well. Okay, let's actually combine these two. Lifeline 8's Crown's Cloak. Boom. And then the mana pool shard. There we go. Okay, now let's actually put them in the hex, and I need full waxed equipment, so this is gonna have to be changed to waxed. There we go. And on this Crown's Cloak, we are gonna need waxed. There it is. And also apply recom. There we go. I think on the necklace I also want to apply the 1, because I have 70 collections maxed and it is a pretty good chunk of strength and some extra health, so it's pretty expensive. 100 mil, well 91 mil, but oh, I don't have enough levels. Come on. Boom, I did it. The 1.5, and this equipment is looking very good. Okay, so I bought a few more shards, some mana pool and some lifeline shards, because I do want to upgrade this, well, 1 level each attribute. So if we combine the 2 mana pools, that's mana pool 5, and this is mana pool 6. And if we combine the 2 lifelines, we get a lifeline 6 and a lifeline 7 on the cloak, on the lava shell necklace. And this is looking really good. Let's actually put this on. Boom. This is the setup I'm gonna be using for Kuudra, and I'm just so excited to get into it. We got Ancient Infernal Terror, and we also have the full equipment setup, and I cannot wait. Another thing we're gonna need is Ember armor, however, not rekindled Ember and not Amber Ash chestplate or whatever this is. We're gonna need the actual OG Ember armor, and it is pretty expensive, so let's actually start buying it, because you're gonna use the Ember armor for the supply phase when you jump into lava to not take any damage. Let's buy this because why not? It's clean, I want to upgrade it myself. Ember leggings, and finally Ember chestplate. There we go. Boom, now we have the full Ember armor. I am actually gonna upgrade this a little bit because I don't want to die as fast, so I'm gonna kind of ruin it, but I do need hot potato books and stuff, so let's quickly do this. And there we go, the entire Ember set is done, and I am just gonna put it in here. Oops. There we go. Now we also have an Ember set. Pretty cool. Oh, and also another thing that I wanted to do in this video is actually finally eat these things. Well, for Spotlight, this is my last one, so let's quickly... There we go. And for the Reaper Peppers, my minions actually dropped this one. However, I do want to finally eat all these peppers and never have to worry about it ever again. So I'm just going to pay 140 mil right now. I don't even care. And let's get to eating. There we go. That was 50 Skyblock XP, and it didn't show up my level up message for some reason. I think it just hasn't updated. Let's quickly go to the hub. And there we go, level 404, and I finally have eaten everything and have all the consumables except one thing. As you can see right here, I have eaten everything other than the burgers. I only have 2 out of 5 of those, and I just need to grind rift. So yeah, we finally have a Kuudra setup, and I don't have a Remedies G-Drag unfortunately. I have this one with a Shelmet and this one with a Minos Relic, but it's gonna have to do for now. And also one more thing, I have this Ragex right here, and I know it's terrible, but have you seen the prices of Chimera lately? So next Diana event, I'm probably gonna get Chim 3 or 4, we'll see, probably 3. But for now, I want to get some runs going. I'm gonna join a VC with some friends, then they can actually teach me how to do it. So I will see you after I get the hang of it a bit and show you some of the loot I get. Also, another thing I want to get that I completely forgot is a radio, and as you can see right here, oh, there we go. It's pretty cheap right now, and I already have Blaze 6, and I just want to get this for the free stats. So let's quickly just... boom. And we finally have a radio. There we go. I've always wanted one, so That's really cool. I'm gonna stay on infrared because why not? It looks cool, it's red. Okay, so now that we have all this cool stuff, let me actually donate both the radio real quick. Boom, plus 16 Skyblock XP. And my game just crashed. What is going on? And also, let's quickly donate the ember armor. Oh, wait, what? Apparently, you can't donate this anymore. I thought you were able to, but probably when the new update dropped and they changed a bunch of stuff in the museum, they removed this, which, not gonna lie, it's pretty fair, because you can't get this armor set anymore. So, yeah, now we have all this cool stuff. I'm gonna do some Kuudra. Okay, so I've been doing some Kuudra. As you can see, I have 50,000 Crimson Essence, and we can finally claim this thing right here. And I did have these from before, because I did some Kuudra before you could buy this stuff from Bazaar. So if we could quickly claim this, and the Essence and the Teeth, which I don't really need. But this thing, however, if I grab my Kuudra pet, boom, and if I give it this, boom, now it's rare. It's level 98. Before I started doing runs, I had a full jumbo backpack right here, so I now have only 2 rows of keys left. And all this loot, but I'm gonna show you in the end. So I'll get back into it and I'll see you soon. Okay, so I've just finished doing a whole jumbo backpack worth of Infernal runs. And I also did restock this. And here is all the loot we managed to get. We got 1 Wheel of Fate, and the rest aren't that great. We didn't get any god rolls or anything. However, if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. Lifeline Maniple Crimson Leggings. If this was Terror, this would be quite a bit of money, but now it's pretty much useless. And we didn't get that much else that's insane in value. The Maniple Shard here is worth quite a bit, but the rest is just random stuff. I'm gonna start auctioning this stuff off, and I will do even more Kuudra runs. I had some runs recorded, like where I showed you some of the loot that I got, like the Wheel of Fate. However, those runs corrupted and I don't have the footage anymore, so we're just gonna record even more runs, and I'm probably gonna do another jumbo backpack for now. So hopefully these don't corrupt. I may or may not be able to save a few runs, so if you saw any, I managed to save some. But I will do even more runs and clip the drops I get.
I think you have 10-10.
Mana pool shard, finally
Oh,
something.
burning
good.
Kuudra core. Let's go.
Lifeline Mana Pool Fervor, let's go, dude.
Mana pusher for holiday on Zoro.
Stop, bro.
Oh, I got a god roll. Let's go, finally. Mana Pool, Mana Regen, Aurora Leggings.
Ice poke.
Let's go, dude. Mana Pool, Mana Regen, Aurora Leggings. I have them. Cool core, let's go. Core. But yeah, we only have 3 keys left in our inventory, and I really hope we get something. Cause I only got 1 god roll yesterday and I haven't dropped pretty much anything today. Not a Wheel of Fate, nothing. I did get an Inferno book, so that's cool, I guess. But other than that, we haven't gotten anything. Nope. Reroll. Okay, it's something, I guess. Maniple 5 is 7 though. Okay, second to last run. Absolutely nothing. Reroll. Even worse. Jesus Christ. Okay. We'll do 2 more runs. I don't want to get that loot. That sucks. Lazy. Oh my god. Reroll. Trophy Hunter. I'll take it. And speed. Yeah. Not the best, but I just want these runs to be over with. And we got Aurora stuff. Okay. Reroll. Some good. Lifeline Mana Regen. Okay. I'll take it, I mean, sure. It's Lifeline. For the necklace, granted, but it's fine. Okay, so I have everything on me, what I got from this entire jumbo backpack worth of keys. And I'm gonna show you what I got. Alright, there we go. And let's check the spoils. Alright, we got quite a few books right here. However, we did manage to get 1 Inferno book, which is pretty good actually. And I'm just gonna quickly grab all these books and just sell them to the bazaar. Now for the rest of the pieces, we didn't get anything great, as you can see right here. We didn't get a god roll or anything, unfortunately. However, there are some pretty decent attributes, and I'm just gonna start listing all of these and see how much money I make. I will see you once everything sells, and I will show you how much money I've made and also how much money I have in essence. Okay, so finally everything has sold, and if we check the auction house right here, and if we claim the last 4 million, we actually have made about 453 million, and that's not counting all the essence that I made. So if we go to the bazaar and we check the crimson essence and create sell offer, you can see it's 169,000 essence for a total price of 234 million. So let's say one jumbo backpack worth of keys costs about 150 million, so 2 backpacks is 300 million, and about an extra 100 million in kismets because I don't open every chest and I do reroll most of them. So it's about 300 million for the keys and about another 200 million for the kismets. So that's $500 million worth of keys and kismets and everything to do Kuudra. And with only one god roll, we have made 453 million just in the armor sets, the books and everything, and not counting all the essence. And that's another 234 million. So we profited about 190 million, give or take, which is pretty good, and these runs honestly did not take that long. So yeah, Kuudra is actually making me a lot of money, and I'm probably gonna keep doing this because I am broke. Okay, so it's been about a week or two since the last clip you saw, and I've been very busy and I've not been able to record anything or really play the game. But I do want to run one more test, and that's on the Magma boss right here. As you can see, this is my tether set again, and this is my equipment. I also got a Remedies G-Drag, and I also managed to get a Hegemony artifact and the Shen's Regalia because it was Scorpius. And now we are sitting at 19 MP, which is pretty good. So this is the Magma boss right here, and I do want to run a test. So I lowered my HP, now Tuba, Ragax. Let's wait the 3 seconds. Endstone Sword, and now we can start shooting. I want to see how much DPS I do. So far it's looking pretty good. We're already at the reds. And there we go. Okay, there we go. I actually forgot to Ragax, but that's fine. I actually want to see if I can reach integer limit or at least get close to it, because this set is pretty insane. Okay, this is actually kind of crazy. There we go, it's going back in. Okay, now we can Tuba, Ragax again. There we go, and Stone Sword. Okay, this should be crazy damage again. Hopefully I can reach integer limit. Okay, first cycle, we're at the reds. This is insane. Oh my god, the insane dings. Okay, this should be the last phase. Now it's gonna start running. I think it spawns this way. Okay, there we go. And it's dead. Almost integer limit. Yeah, we almost reached integer limit. That is actually my record, so this is cool. This set is just insane, as you can see. And I'm just super glad I got into Kuudra. I did a few more runs ever since you saw that clip, and I did manage to get my epic Kuudra pet, so now we get 20% extra Crimson Essence instead of 15. And another thing I managed to do is if we go down here, there it is. I got Infernal tier wave 100, which is really good for dealing damage to the minions, an extra 10%. So yep, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like and make sure to subscribe. And I also want to give a shout out to all my members. So yeah, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.